Okay, so last session, you guys have met with the town wizard, Droll, and he has given you a task to go and get a unicorn that has been captured that was a gift from the northern city Hearth. So you guys have traveled south. You've attained horses and sold your potions to get some coin, and have traveled the main road south. And just where it shoots out eastward, you guys have made camp as sun was setting. And you're kind of out overlooking a meadow with like woods behind you. And there were some discussions had about the way things should be done. People's beliefs were chatted about. I'm just starting to get to know each other as newly found like adventuring companions. Tink saw a fire out in the distance and decided he would like to go investigate. So he went and investigated who is our camping next to us, who's our neighbor. And he traveled alone alongside Murmur, which is Wink's familiar. And being human, he wasn't able to get like a good sight on them, but he was able to hear and listen, and he heard them bickering with each other and heard the phrase chain thrown out. So he's pretty confident that you guys have found what you're looking for. Murmur did a flyby and got a lay of the land and how many there were. And then you guys decided to go over there and scout it out. And as you approached, you heard about 5 voices around a campfire, and there's like a wagon. And let me think. Tink decided to throw like a stone across the road and then walk over there so you guys can like surround them. And right as he got situated and some of you started approaching, an arrow flew right past Tink's head and stuck into the ground, and initiative was rolled. I did forget to address Thadon's stealth check, so I just want to let him know what he sees. He sees a campfire, which is basically coals at this point. It's mostly smoke. You see one person, and if you have roll 20 up, you can see one person at the front who's human, and you see another person sitting behind a rock over here, or like crouched behind one, and then you don't see you just see a wagon. You don't see anyone else. So that's what you'll see. And they do not see you. At least they don't appear to see you. They just appear to be suspicious.
One does.
So that's where we are at. I have the initiative order, which is Enzo was not here. So it'll be we'll do a bad guy every other, but it's Waldo, Wink, Thadon, Tink, and then Olivax is last. And just be in mind, it is dark. So if you do not have dark vision, you are making everything with disadvantage. Unless you make light somehow. Or you're around this fire, which has dim light coming off of it for about 10, 15 feet. Any questions about the lay of the lands, so to speak, before Waldo?
Yes.
Did you say there was a fire? Did it have
Yes.
a fire?
It's like he said it was coals by this point.
Can
basically.
you see it on the map? Can you see it on the map?
Oh, that's a fire.
Oh, that's a
my bad.
fire. It looks literally like a person. Like it literally looks like
Yeah.
there's a face wearing a hat right there.
No, envision looking down at like the
Okay.
the fire circle. So it's mostly coals. So yeah, so you see dim light about 15 feet around this.
My question is the arrow that flew by my face. One, Did I
Yeah.
see the arrow? And two, do I see the guy who shot it at me?
You cannot see, it is dark, so you cannot see anyone. And you didn't see the arrow fly by your face. You heard it hit
Okay.
leaves, and then you see it sticking in the ground right in front of
Gotcha. Sounds good.
you. Okay. So
Okay, 20. I'm just reading the spell here.
okay, so this guy, how do I make him big again? So you can see what he looks like. It's Shift Q or Shift Z. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Ooh, a lizard folk.
This is what he looks like eventually when you guys see him. And he's going to shoot at his targets. And he does hit, and you take 2 piercing damage as an arrow like punctures some of your leather armor.
Who is he shooting?
Tink.
Okay.
And then that is his turn. So we'll go to our first player, which is Waldo.
Oh, good. I want to cast Fairy Fire. Whoa.
That was Kyler. It's okay.
Echo
You're good now.
action.
It's a magical reaction there.
Where are you casting it?
I duplicated. I get 2
Um,
turns.
So your
I want to
character
cast
can
Fairy Fire on the wagon to try to tag him up.
Okay, so your character could see this guy. You can see a silhouette of this guy, and you could see, yeah, that's in the wagon, of
I'm
course.
just casting
Okay,
it like on the wagon because I don't know. I can't even like see. I'm assuming I can see the wagon because it said that it's in the
natural
display.
1, natural 4, natural 16, and natural 7. Okay, so this guy is the only one who fails.
It's a 15 dex save.
I'm sorry, they all fail except for 1. And
Is
what
there
is your
any-
spell color?
Oh, it'll be. We'll just do bright pink.
Okay,
Anyone else hearing echoes?
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
I don't know who it is. I turned off my other Zoom.
It will be pinkies.
is it me? No, okay.
It's gone now.
I don't hear it anymore.
I just still hear it.
Oh,
That's no
I
big deal.
Is it you?
I guess it could be.
But I unplugged my mic and I still hear it. So
Yeah,
in
I
order-
think it's just when you talk. All right, so that's it, right?
Unless you'd like to move or say anything. Obviously this thing auto fails, so this thing is outlines.
The cart.
Yeah, the cart.
Oh, I didn't know that gets outlined. Okay. I'm done. I'll just say, oh, there you are.
Okay, this guy is going to go and he's going to say, how many of them are there? And he's going to come over here by this guy. And that is his turn.
Oh my god.
Somehow, I think it's going through roll 20. Does anyone still hear anything?
Echo.
Echo.
Yeah, the echo.
No.
I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
it was roll 20.
Okay, we're going on to Week. It is your turn.
Oh,
All right. So at this point, sweet. Yeah, I know where they're at this point. I assume.
You can see everyone but this dude. Well, not from where you're standing, but if you moved up closer, you would be able to see more.
Okay.
Again, the hill goes up, and then it is like a cliffside that's like 10 feet tall, so you can't see people's heads. You can see like the top of this carriage, but that's about it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead with what I was planning from the beginning to see if we could just cast a sleep spell on everybody and then go in there and decide who actually needed to die. So I'm gonna cast sleep. It's a 90-foot range and a 20-foot circle of influence. Based on not how much life each of them has. So I roll.
Who does the spell affect? Is it anyone within this area?
Yes, everyone in the area. I roll 5d8, and the total that I get is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. So it starts
And it's
with the
lowest to
creatures and-
highest, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
So let me roll 5d8. There we go. 31. So
Okay,
I'll drop
so that, and that's automatic. Okay, so that would get,
I'm assuming it would affect the beast as well, the unicorn.
yeah,
So
that won't,
probably
it
gets
won't
back.
affect. I don't know. No, it will not affect them. You don't have enough things.
Okay.
Okay, well, basically everyone except, how many of it is it? 31?
31 total.
Okay, so you'll get this dude, and this dude.
And they are asleep until slapped or injured in any way.
Okay. All right, so you cast the sleep spell, and that on you would just see these people fall limp, basically. Except for the dude that's crouched behind the rocks. You're not sure if he's actually on the ground or not. So they all look asleep to you. Okay.
Okay.
My
That's
guy's
my
asleep,
turn.
so he doesn't get a turn. So that brings us to Thadon, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action. I think this is how this works. I'm gonna bonus action to stealth to like behind the cart. And I just want to see if I can see if like any of them is
Get
like
that at
obviously.
second level, buddy.
Oh, is it? I don't get it at first
Cunning
level?
action, second level.
That is disappointing. First level sucks.
You're like one of us.
All right. I will just then. I wanted to stealth and just see if I could figure out who is the leader, but if I can't cunning action, then I will just stealth and move up, and then see who's who next round.
Okay, roll stealth.
All right. I am plus what on my stealth? I think it's 8. Yeah, plus 8 on my stealth. 21.
Yep. Okay. You are tiptoeing across the grassiest parts to muffle your noise.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Awesome. So as you approach, you definitely, so this wagon is covered. It looks basically covered with like burlap. But you can definitely hear like rustling in there. Yeah, so that's what you hear.
Okay.
You would definitely see this person who's a halfling is just laying on the ground with a long sword in his hand.
Copy
That's
that.
what you. Okay. This guy is going to go.
Question about my fairy fire. If there's
Yo.
a creature in there, would it be lit up too?
I think it would have to make a dex save. Per definitions of the
You
spell.
could like see the outline and see if it's like what we're looking for, like a horse-like creature, maybe.
Yeah. So how I'm ruling it is since it's underneath cover, the whole thing is just lit up. So if something is inside, you wouldn't be able to distinguish.
Gotcha.
It just doesn't shine through the burlap. That's what you're saying.
So yeah, basically the burlap is, the whole thing is bright, but you can't
Blanketed.
exactly. So this guy is going to come up, he's going to shout, "You don't know who you're dealing with? Stand down now." And he is going to hold his action, he's gonna hold his action, and
Which is it? Okay, yeah. I was about to ask if it was that guy.
that is his turn. That takes us to Tink.
All right. Do I? When the arrow came down and I saw it in the ground, was it pointing a certain direction? Like, can I?
It was pointing. Let me pull up my,
Can I
was
somewhat
pointing-
determine like where
it was pointing this direction.
Okay.
Like that, if the head of the arrow is in the ground, this is the way the head is facing.
Okay. I am going to throw all of my rocks that I have, including the light one. So I have one light one and 3 voice ones.
Okay.
In the direction of where I think that arrow came from, as far as I can.
Okay. So you're throwing it this way. Oops.
Yes.
This way. Okay.
And it doesn't say anything about activating these with an action or anything. How do you want it just to be a bonus action? Do you want it to be an action?
I would say it's a free action to activate something like this. It's like
Okay,
pressing a button.
so after I throw them and I think they've landed, I will activate them. So
Okay.
there's a bunch of goblin voices talking
And light coming that way. Okay.
and light coming from that
Perfect.
way. And I will try to move behind some sort of cover.
You're behind a tree. So here's what happened. You moved, you saw the arrow, but then you got hit with an arrow from a different direction.
Okay,
You got hit with an arrow that's coming from this direction.
gotcha.
So I don't know if that would change anything.
I'm going to hide from the person who hit me because
Okay. So your action is to hide.
just like move behind that trunk.
Okay.
Just anyway, that's
Yeah,
it.
perfect. So roll stealth. Actually, no, you wouldn't roll because you used your action to throw. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
You just have partial cover from the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my camera working, by the way? Anyone? It's black on my side.
I don't see you. It's
Okay.
black on mine.
I'll figure it out. Keep going.
That takes us to Olivax because my other guy's asleep.
Okay. This thing right here, is that, am I able to jump down from that or do I have to walk
Yeah.
all the way around?
No, you can jump down. It's 10 feet, so you'll make an acrobatics if you want to hop down.
Okay, and then I could see him, right? Because that's a campfire.
Yeah, you can see those 2 guys in the wagon.
Okay. Ollie is going to get right here.
Make an acrobatics for me. See how your hopping down skills are.
That's not great.
You see he's a 5.
16.
Okay, you're good. So you see a human laying on the ground, and then you see like a big guy, like a big human. Let me make this bigger. That's what he looks like.
Okay. I will hold my action. I will hold my Warhammer in both hands, and I will just wait. And if anyone is aggressive towards us, I'm going to hit the dude that is awake.
Do you say anything to him?
Oh, he said, what did he say to us? He said, "You don't know who you're dealing with.
Stand down.
Stand down." Oh, I suggest you do the sign. And I'll just power grip. That's it.
Okay. This guy is going to sneak over here, which you cannot see. I think only Wink would see him, this guy moving. And he is going to shoot Olivax. Let me roll on the thing. Wow, this is so slow. This is the only time I'm rolling on here. 16, does that hit you?
No.
Okay, so arrow shoots and it passes right by you. Same similar thing. He's trying not to hit his guy, so he kind of aims a little wide
Mm-hmm.
and hits right next to you on your left.
So does that mean I get to take my action?
Yeah, you can take your action.
Big mistake. Watch, I'm gonna roll a natural one. Not much better. I rolled a 3. 8.
Yeah, you miss. Yep, so you swing.
No.
Kind of maybe unsure of where he is. It's kind of dark, and you
A little rusty.
hit the sand right in front of him. And
Oh,
he-
man.
And he's the leader is
Didn't
going
sharpen
to,
it properly.
this guy is going to say it's a good day to die to you. And you would know that as like a scripture that is like something Dragonborns would say. So he's like mocking your race, basically. That takes us to who goes next? Frick. Wink? No, Waldo, sorry.
Oh no. Oh no. Let me go over here. Get away from my friend. I'm gonna thorn whip him and drag him through the fire.
Okay, make an attack roll.
13 plus what's my, is it this my wisdom? So 18? Yeah. So, oh, it's plus 7. 20 to hit.
20 hits. He moves 5 feet.
10. I can move him up to 10, but
So you're
If I could
dragging
do-
him through the fire. You're dragging him through the hot.
I'll do
hot
5.
coals.
I don't know if it'll do.
Leave him on the fire.
Yeah, I'll leave him on the fire if possible, if I have that
Okay.
choice.
Okay. And how much damage do you do to him?
That is 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to roll my d6. 4.
Okay, and then I rolled for fire and he got 4 fire, so 8 total. So he's basically like flipped on his back and been dragged through, and he stood up real quick, but he's like actively in the coals. He looks pretty pissed. That takes us to this guy who's still asleep. So we go to Wink.
If I were to use control flames to double the size of the fire, would it cause him damage?
Not on your turn, it would not. Actually, yes, it would. I'll allow that. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, it just sounds like something fun I would do. I will cast control flames, and I will cause the 5 feet of fire, or
Okay.
I guess the area where the fire is to, I'm trying to read what it does. Basically, it just doubles the size.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
All right.
That's how much fire damage you do. As you cast control flame and you make like a pillar, like as if you threw like accelerant on a fire, and it just goes up real quick, comes back down. It's basically what you did.
I did 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay.
Not very effective.
Would you like to
That's all right.
move?
I'm gonna hang back. I'm just kind of sitting
You're
here,
You're just
trying
chilling
to
by
stay-
Ivan.
stay hidden as much as I can. What's up, Ivan?
Okay, so that's going to bring us to this guy who's going to move back, and he's going to wake up his buddy as his action. This dude. So he is no longer asleep. And that is, he's going to say, "You have no idea who you're dealing with." He's going to repeat that, and he's looks really pissed, as if he was raging with anger. Yeah. We'll go to Thadon. You're up.
All
What
right.
do you like to do?
I'm gonna stay stealthed and just use my action to see if any of them looks like the obvious. If we haven't already figured out who the leader is, I want to see who's the leader, so I know who not to kill.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
I wish I was better at these. Only +3. Oh boy. That's a natural 19 for 22.
Okay, so as far as like armored, this dude looks the most armored out of them, but you recall Tink saying that they were bickering amongst each other about like waiting until we get evaluated by the chain. So you kind of deduce like that they might just be newly formed and there's no like real leader per se, but this dude would be the one who seems the most like decked out. So
Gotcha.
that's what you get.
Can I use my free action to like see inside of here?
For sure. Yeah, so you look around, you see those guys, and then you open it up and you see from the back at least, you see a white horse, and it looks to be the back of the door. It looks like it was chained and then broken. So they like tie the chain around the top and like try to patch it so it's like sealed. It seems like they're not doing a good job about keeping it locked inside, is what you've been guessing. They've had a lot of struggles that way. So that's what you get.
And I'll just move back here just to remain hidden.
Okay.
And that will be it for me.
Cool beans. This guy is still asleep. So that takes us to Olivax. Or yeah, no, Tink. Sorry, Tink.
All right. Can I see down by the fire from where I'm at?
You can see, yeah, you can see the outline of Olivax and another figure here. You can't deduce, you see in grays, so you like can't see color, but you can like see that there's like someone that you don't know standing next to them.
I
You see
am
two
gonna
people.
try to shoot that dude that's standing
Okay.
next to Volvax with a crossbow bolt.
Okay. Normal roll.
That is a solid.
You have
11.
advantage, actually, because he has fairy fire.
I will roll again.
And he's prone as well. Actually,
If
no.
if he's prone,
he is
then it's-
prone. Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
straight roll.
Okay,
What'd you
then
roll?
11.
Okay, that will miss. So arrow sticks short, hard to aim at someone laying down. Would you-
Okay. In Goblin, I am going to or no, in normal, because I don't think they speak Goblin, is stand down or be raped. And I just look down at myself and I'm like, why would I say that?
Would you like to move?
No, I'm afraid to move.
Okay. That takes us to Olivax. Actually, I think it's this guy's turn. Yeah, so he is going to attack. He's going to look around first, and he looks scared out of his mind, and he's going to step here and then attack Olivax. 16, does that hit?
Miss.
Okay, as he like shakingly thrusts forward, like looks like he has no idea what he's doing. Misses, and he is going to scooch back if you would like to make a attack of opportunity.
Uh-huh.
You have advantage.
What do I okay. What do I need? Yeah,
14.
I got him 13.
Okay, so you swing and a miss as he's backing up. Weren't expecting him to run away.
Ivan.
Do you want? It is your turn.
Oh goodness.
Gosh.
What did that guy say to me, Bo? To mock me?
He says
day
it
to
is a
die.
good day to die.
All right. Try it again. A good day indeed. And then I'll boom.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
18.
18 will hit.
Yes.
This guy's looking bloodied.
That is a 10 bludgeoning damage.
You strike him down. You hit him right in this. You have a sword or an axe? I forgot.
Warhammer.
Warhammer. You hit him right in the chest, and you feel it concave.
Oh.
And he just falls limp as you kill him.
Against the darkness we shall prevail.
Ivan is going to move up
What?
here.
Ivan,
You call me master.
say what you are,
Take
Ivan.
He gets shot down with an arrow.
He's gonna like fall off of this, and he's gonna fall prone right here.
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity as he leaves my space. No, I'm just kidding.
Surprise
Nice.
traitor so
Fire.
quickly.
Don't be an idiot. Just kidding.
Ivan.
He's gonna shoot again. 5, that will miss. Another arrow flies. Let me roll and see. It splits you and Ivan and hits the wall right here. And this guy's gonna go back over here. Which you don't. You see an arrow fly at you, Olivax. You have. It looks like it came from the trees, but you cannot see where it is. That takes us to Waldo.
I'm moving up a square and I'm gonna thorn whip again. Actually, no,
Okay.
that guy's dead. That guy's dead, huh?
Yeah, you saw him get freaking crushed in the chest by Olivax.
Hmm.
And then Ivan sprinted past you and
Here,
Freaking
let me
fell
see
down
his-
the cliff.
and
So
fell
just
down the
like-
cliff.
I'm gonna show you what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna do it again to this guy. I'll just like move up there. And
Oh, you're gonna thorn whip him from over there, from under the tree,
yeah.
from way back here.
Excuse me, tree.
So you wouldn't be able to see him from that far away. You're too far. The hill is highest right at the over here,
No,
and then it
I
goes
I
down.
wanted to hit this guy right here.
Yeah, so you need to move like here
Okay,
in order to do that.
so where was I? I was like right here.
You have plenty of movement.
Also,
if you
I'll
wish
move
to
like right
there.
here. Or I just want to drag him through the fire. So
Yes, you want to go here.
yep, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Do I get advantage? Right?
You do? Yep. DC is a
First-
14
first
armor
advantage.
class.
Shucks. 12. Wait, no, I rolled a d12 on accident. Hold on. Reroll one of them. Oh, no. 12. Oh,
Roll
no.
a 1.
And then I will try to back up. How much movement have we got? 5, 10. Just try to move back. And that's it. I'll just try to hunker down behind whatever's there. Behind cover.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. That takes us to freaking this guy. Halfling is still asleep. That goes to Wink.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a firebolt at the young man at the front of the cart. It's a
Okay.
21 to hit,
That hits.
and that's gonna do. Oh my gosh, beautiful! That's another 1.
One damn- on fire.
Yay.
Are these?
Okay.
Is this fire bolt or spark bolt?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Sparkler bolt.
a little spark just leaves the fire and lands on the guy and does 1 damage.
Singeing one hair at a time.
That's right.
That
Dangerous.
takes us to Thadon. You're up.
I'm just gonna pull out my rapier and just stab this guy right in front of me, like just through the heart. I think it's just an
Awesome.
auto crit if he's unconscious, right?
If you hit him, yeah.
Oh, I have to
And
hit
you
him.
have advantage.
That's right, I have advantage.
You have
Okay,
advantage.
I am plus a number to hit with my weapon. Plus 6 with the
Okay, AC is 15.
Well, I rolled 2 5s, so that definitely doesn't happen.
You go up to this guy like
Still
freaking
asleep.
Lord of the Rings, Wraith, and you stab down and you stab right into the ground and get his cape tail.
Have you seen that Key and Peele skit where he's the Nazi and he's trying to
I
stab the
love
guy
that one.
and he's
The
like
death
just wiggling
rolls.
his body?
The death rolls.
Those guys are so freaking funny.
Those death throws.
And that takes us to Tink. You're up.
All right. I am going to gather my courage and I'm going to cast invisibility. And
Okay.
I'm going to run along this hill looking for the a-hole that hit me with the crossbow bolt. So just what is my 60 feet? I don't 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Do I need a roll for like perception because it's dark?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
15. All right, I'm here.
Okay. You hear someone in this vicinity, but you do not see anyone.
Okay. I'm gathering the adrenaline is running through me now. I'm ready to freaking stab someone. And that's
Through
it.
your nipples. They are peaked.
You're poking through the shirt. Let's go. Okay, that takes us to yeah, my guy that's awake. He's going to frantically run to this dude and wake him up. And then go over here. There, and that's his turn. And he's going to he looks super scared, Thadam, when you see this guy. Like he's sweating. He looks like he's never been in a fight before. Like the way he's carrying his sword looks like odd to you. Like instead of holding the out this way, his hand is reversed and it's like the other way, like as if it was like he's trying to sheath it almost, but he's like just walking around that way. And that takes us to Olbox. Ivan has just ran and freaking fell off the hill.
What is the state
Almost.
of Ivan right now?
He is on the ground prone and he almost like hit his head on the fire circle.
So what does it take to get Ivan up? Does that cost an action?
Yes, it would take an action to lift him off the ground.
I'm not wasting my action on that. Ivan, stay where you are. Don't get up. I'm gonna chase the guy that ran away.
Okay.
How do I click on the guy? So I'm just gonna go right here,
Okay.
right in the thick of it, and I'm gonna attack the guy that's been awake. So this fool.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
Uh, 24.
24 hits.
That is 12 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. You freaking hack into this guy. And he is bleeding profusely from where you hit him in the back. and yeah, he was like already, moving about like he's about to freaking get knocked out.
I think this is time where you stop. I'm
That
done.
takes us. Okay, that takes us to this guy, who's going to scooch here and attack freaking Olivax again. Natural 19 plus 321. Is that hit?
Yep.
You take 5 piercing damage as an arrow hits you right in the shoulder.
Oh. Oh.
Also, you shouldn't have rolled with advantage, but that's okay because there's no light over here. But that's okay.
He's lit up. Fairy fire lights them up.
You're right.
So
You're
it
correct.
should have just been a straight roll though.
Yeah, because you would have had
advantage would've
disadvantage.
canceled out the disadvantage.
Wow.
Yeah, because not enough light for you to see. It's basically like seeing a glow.
I thought it was like a 5-foot glow. I'm like right in his grill. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. That is his turn though, this guy, and we'll go to Waldo.
I will, let's see where I need to go. Where do I need to go? I will go right here. And I will, Thorn Whip this guy. Get over here.
Okay, just a straight roll.
Okay, natural 19, 26.
That hits.
Lucky
He is.
D6. I lost another one. I rolled a 1 for damage.
Okay, lots of ones. He's on the ground, so you like whip his ankle and then pull him. Do you pull him the full 10 or just 5?
I'll pull him 10
Okay, so he's right there.
and I will bonus action go invisible.
Ooh.
Awesome sauce.
For bulk ability.
Let me. That takes us to our halfling who's still asleep for round number 4. So then takes us to Wink.
I'm gonna chuck another firebolt over to the guy at the front of the cart that just got pulled by Scorpio over there.
Okay, just a straight roll because he's prone.
Oh snap! Natural 1 for 7. Is he still? Do I get advantage?
No, you
He's
don't
got
because
fairy
he's
fire?
because he's prone.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, pretty sure I missed that one.
Yep. Just
Yes.
goes too high.
At this point, yeah, I'll stay where I'm at. It's like, yeah, my guys are doing pretty well on their own, and apparently I'm not helping very much anyways.
Oh, I forgot to say what Ivan did. Ivan just like sits up and sprawls next, like scooches up next to his back to this hill. I guess I can leave him where he was. So that takes us. So Wink just went. So that takes us to this guy who's now awake. This dwarf. So he's going to stand up and he's going to pick up his greatsword, and he is going to start chuckling, saying, "That was a bad idea. Tonight will be your last," and he's going to attack. I think he has advantage. 18, does that hit?
My AC is 18, so I don't know if
That hits. Roll.
oh.
Roll the wrong dice. That is six slashing damage as he hits you right in the chest. Are you still alive? Olivax crumples down. Oh boy. And he is going to move over here. He's going to say, "Get away from my cargo." And that's his turn. That takes us to the Don. Yep.
Oh, great. His friend's still unconscious, right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, this dude, yeah, the halfling is still out. He steps right over him to get to
All
him.
right. I just remembered that they are fairy fire, so I have advantage, so I don't have to worry about my sneak attack. I'll just look at the guy and just said, "Now who's the one doing foolish things?" So I'm gonna stab for his throat, I guess.
The dude right in front of you, or the
Yeah.
unconscious guy?
Definitely not the unconscious guy.
Okay, yeah.
All right. That's okay. I rolled 2 5s last time. This time I rolled 2 16s. My advantage rolls are usually like this.
That hits.
All right. Okay. 6 plus 4, 10 points of damage.
You kill this guy in one fell swoop as you stab him right in the side of the neck, and blood starts gushing out of him. And
Yeah, as he falls, I'm gonna leave the rapier in his throat and just my eyes, as I see the life leave, and just lead him towards the ground and just be like, shh.
This dude is starting to piss himself. Literally piss. He's literally going to the bathroom. He's so terrified. That takes us to, yeah, that guy's dead. Yeah, everyone's freaking dead. I don't know. Takes us to this guy. Yeah, who's this guy? He's just gonna freaking run. And he's gonna say, "Please don't kill me." As he's holding his back as he got hit from the Warhammer. And that's his turn. That takes us to Olivax. Or no, sorry, Tink.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, he was right next to me. Can I make an attack of opportunity?
Faux show? Actually, he was here.
He was
Yeah,
he was
Tinky.
over this. Yeah, he was over this guy. At least on my screen, he was right over him.
Yeah, he can't occupy the same person's space. So he
No,
would have been here.
that's where he was on my screen. No, that's no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tink, sorry.
All right. So I am going to walk. I'm going to continue walking because I hear a voice. And hopefully come up to this dude. And
Yeah, you see a silhouette from the moonlight when you get within 5 feet. So you see him. He does not see you.
Can I see him from where I was?
No,
No.
you can't. No.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna walk up to him, and
Basically, as you cross this tree, you you
Okay.
can see him from a different angle where the moonlight is hitting him. So you can now see a silhouette of blackness, and he is looking the other way. He doesn't even hear you coming.
Okay. I am going to. I guess I'm still invisible. I'm gonna stab him with my dagger in the back. And I will also want to light my dagger up, so it's like a glow stick.
Are you lighting the dagger first or after you hit him?
Like first, then stab.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so right as your light turns on, he turns surprised that someone is, or a light, this light is here. And go ahead and roll. Just a straight roll.
Actions, dagger. Let's see this terrible roll. That's a natural 20.
Heyo.
Rock on.
And my damage is that's a 10.
What'd you roll on the dice?
A 2 and a 4, so 6.
Okay, cool.
So 6 plus 4 is 10. Does my crit do or anything?
Yeah, you stab him right in the back, and he goes down to one knee and turns and hisses at you. Think of a lizard hiss.
Okay. Okay, so what's the total damage that I did, just so I know how crit works?
So if you a dagger's 1d4, so if you're rolling 2d, so you take the max of
I
one.
have
So
1d4 plus 4 for my dagger.
and you rolled a 4 on
I
your
rolled a
dice.
4 and a. Oh, it crits for me. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
rolled a
didn't see that.
4. So it always does max on one dice and then whatever you rolled. So you rolled a 4 in this
Yeah.
case. So yeah, 10 total.
So I want to leave my dagger in his back, so
Okay.
it's just glowing in his back,
Got
and
it.
then I want to
Okay.
run after the other dude.
Okay.
I'm guessing he gets an attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
he's gonna try to hit you with his arm. 15, does that hit you?
Nope.
Okay. Swing and a miss as he starts to swing, but then like where the knife is, like as he's starting to tense, he just drops his arm, coddles it.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just
You can see a silhouette of this guy, but you cannot make out any like detail. Again, it's going by
Okay.
the moon here.
and that is it.
Okay, that takes us to Olivax.
Death
Let's
save.
rock
Roll
this
your death
down.
save. Our first death save of the campaign.
Hold on. It's just a D20, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to the top of the order.
Moving
And,
there, and I'm gonna heal Olivax.
Hold on a second. This guy goes first. He's going to pull out the dagger, and he is going to say that he yields. I yield. And he's going to drop the dagger that's glowing on the ground in front of him. And he's going to take a knee, and he is going to stay there. He's not going to move. So he goes like right there. He can't see this person, obviously. He's just in the clearing now. And the dagger's on the ground right there.
Can we hear the rock goblins from here?
You can hear like the faintest with
Okay.
all the commotion that's happening. It's yes, you
Gotcha.
can,
Okay.
but it's
Okay.
he says, I yield, we are surrounded. And he takes a knee. That's his turn. That takes us to sorry, go. You can go now, Waldo.
Healing Olivax with a cure wounds. Just gonna touch him. And
Are you visible now?
Yes.
Yeah, it only lasts what, a turn or a round?
It lasts until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
I mean, below average. 8. You would heal 8. Olivax.
I mean, that's like all of my HP almost. So
Yeah, for now.
Go
it's good.
level 1.
I rolled a 3 on the D8, but it's not too bad.
I have 11. I have 11 max HP. So
Yeah.
All right, is that your turn, Waldo?
And can I see this guy? Or no?
You can see a silhouette of him from the moonlight, but you cannot make out any. You don't even know what race this guy is.
Okay. That's it. I will
Actually, you
Actually-
can see him because there's a freaking lit. Yes, you can see him because there's a dagger on the ground that has light.
Yeah, lit dagger.
Yes, you can see
just
this
in
guy.
case, I just want to get like
You see him holding his shoulder, and you see him kneel, and you see a blue lizard folk like just looking at the ground.
No, he wouldn't go away as his character. He'll just stay there next to the person he just healed. That's it.
Okay, that takes us to Wink.
I will move my character over to the edge of the hill right here above the campfire. And I'm going to go ahead and toss because the scaredy cat's still running for his life, right? I'd rather him not get away and have information on us, so I'm gonna toss a firebolt over there,
Okay,
and that is an 18 to hit.
that hits.
All right, better actually do some damage. Come on. Oh, 2 damage this time.
Dude, you're
That's-
moving up in the world.
That's enough to kill him. He's gotten hit already a couple times, and he falls flat on his falls prone,
Kill him.
and he kills him. He only had 1 HP. So we'll go out of combat now as this dude is kneeling, and this dude is still asleep.
Poor guy.
So yeah, you guys can move about as you'd like. I don't know what you guys want to do.
He's gonna wake up. The spell lasts for just a minute, so once a minute
Okay.
passes, he'll pop back up. So during that minute, though, I'll move on over and over to Thadon. I'll chill next to him.
Yeah, speaking of Thadon, I was going to start tying up the halfling before he woke up. And then tell everyone, in case they didn't hear, that this guy is giving up. To not,
This guy
hurt him.
would wake up as you start to tie him. Because like if you shake someone awake, I'm assuming if you're flipping him over to tie him, they would.
Could I
wake.
make a sleight of hand check to maybe not awaken him?
Sure.
I want some decent kind of stuff. Sleight of hand +6. 19 total.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely are able to tie both hands behind his back. You basically just move him above his head this way instead of like behind his back this way, without disturbing him. So he wakes up right as you finish your knot, and he says, "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna just give him like my biggest, scariest bugbear grin, and kind of speak in a goblin-y accent, and say, "Time, preparing my meal, friend." And I'm just gonna smile at him.
He's gonna
I thought you were
start
gonna say-
crying.
I thought you were gonna say tying loose ends.
Just tying loose ends.
I wanted to intimidate him more than a.
Yeah,
No, I
this
like
guy's
that.
terrified. He looks around, he sees his dead friends. Particularly this guy, when he sees him dead, he's like, "Oh boy, okay."
I'm gonna reload my crossbow bolt and point it at the guy that surrendered next to me. And I'm
He
gonna
cannot
say,
see you.
Huh?
He cannot see you as you're invisible.
No, I did an action, so I'm not visible anymore.
Oh,
Right?
you're not? Okay.
And he stabbed somebody. He's definitely not invisible anymore.
Oh, you're right. Whoops, wrong thing.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna reload my crossbow bolt and I'm gonna say, good choice, friend. And then I'm gonna guide him back to the camp.
Okay. Yep, he comes with you back over next to his friend or whatever. Wherever you guys want him. Is that your mercy?
Do you think we should go ahead and heal this poor this poor fool up? Do you think he was in it because he wanted to be a part of the chain? I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Don't know.
I'm gonna try to distract everyone and say that I looked inside, it looked like there's a horse inside the carriage. We should probably release him. I'm look to Waldo and just like give him the honors since it's kind of his beast. And then kind of look what everyone's doing, and I'm gonna start trying to like peek through what all the dead people have. Well, hopefully people are distracted. To try to get a little first picks.
Okay. Which guy are you looting first?
I guess since the friend I had tied up looked at this guy, I would look at him first.
Okay. Are you trying to hide this from anyone?
Oh yeah, from everyone
Okay.
but my brother.
Make a stealth check, and then Olivax, what is your passive perception? That is what you need to beat.
11.
Would I have advantage since very few people here have dark vision?
You
Or
would
just-
have
it's just straight?
advantage.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't have advantage. They just would have a penalty to their perception.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Negative
Alright,
5.
Yeah, -5.
So I got a 14 total.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, Ivan can see you because he's right there, not moving. But
Will help come pick this up.
yeah, no one else can see you. This guy has metal on his like metal shoulder pads. He has a great axe that looks pretty crude. It's not like very nice or polished or anything like that. And you find a potion of healing on this guy.
Oh, okay.
A minor healing, of course. And you find like 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces.
Yep.
I'll take the gold. I'll leave everything else. I'll take the gold and I'm gonna look to Ivan and wink at him and flick him like not obviously flick, but I'm gonna flick him like the gold piece and just wink at him like with my finger to my lips.
He's gonna try to catch it as it hits him right in the head, and then he's gonna like, pick it up and pocket it real quick, and he's gonna nod.
And then I will interlude as everyone. I'll give the sign to my brother, like a special like whistle, like or bird call kind of thing to like start like looting the bodies while everyone's distracted. And while as everyone checks out the unicorn, I will just say when I try to make my way to a different body.
Okay, well, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I am approaching the animal and seeing if I have to tie it loose. What I know just to tie it loose? Like, am I just supposed to let it go here or?
Yeah, so when you get to the back, again, like I described, it's chained at the top, and there's like a stick rammed through it, and then they like just like put stuff like cotton and stuff underneath the door to like better seal it. You see like part like where they put a board and put nails that like splintered and broke. So you would just assume it's not like tied up in there. It's just like concealed inside this carriage.
I'll pull the stick and undo the chains. And then open the door. And is it the unicorn?
Yep, and you're gonna hear in your mind the word friend or foe.
Friend. I'm your friend. I help you.
It'll hop out and it'll like brush, like put its head next to you.
Are you hungry?
It will nod, and then it will say in your head, all friends,
All friends.
as it looks around. Okay. So everyone in the vicinity within 60 feet, so I guess the enemies as well, would hear the words, "Where are we? Where is home?"
Home is that way, and I'll point.
Okay. And as this unicorn is like talking in your guys' minds, it starts to rain, pretty heavily, which is not uncommon. And it will say, come with or go alone.
Come with us. We want you to be safe. I'm glad you're okay.
It is gonna go like over here and like start over in this vicinity. Why is my clicking out over here? And it's gonna start like eating the grass. It seems like you guys get the feeling like this thing is pretty intelligent, and yeah. Tink, as it walks by you, it's going to heal you. So you are at full HP, if you had anything lost.
Hey. Is it injured at all?
It does not look injured. It just looks dirty and like it's been cooped up for a day.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm gonna hold out my guess my wine skin. I don't know if it can get in there, but I'll just like ask it if it's thirsty.
it will nod appreciatively.
If it can't fit its head in my wineskin, I'll slice my wineskin
You can
open.
afford it in my hands. My hands are huge.
It's too late. I already slit it open.
Okay.
So it
It'll like
can,
start licking it out of your thing, and as it's like licking, it's like pulling your hands towards it as it's like really heavy.
When it's done, I will mend your wineskin.
Hey, that's what I was gonna do. We could
Yeah.
mend.
Wink and Olivax, what are you guys doing?
I am like still getting my bearings after being knocked out. When I wake up, do I see who healed me?
You would see Waldo there, and he said, there you go.
You just open your eyes and you see Waldo's face upside down, peek over.
And he's like smiling at you, like,
Okay. Ivan, come here.
okay. Ivan will come over to you.
Here, and I'll hand him my my warhammer, and my shield.
Okay. He's immediately gonna start like wiping the thing on the ground to like clear off some of the blood and stuff.
And then I will go to Waldo, and I'll kind of like stick out my hand like this, trying to get the like solid
clasp?
bro, the clasp. Waldo,
You know the clasp.
oh I do. Thank you.
You must be a good man.
I owe my life to you. And then I'll go, hey Wike, what were you saying about someone might not be evil?
Oh, you know. He just seemed like he was completely out of his league. This poor chap who was running around pissing himself and generally looking like he didn't belong in a gang of the chained. But, you know, just a thought.
Show me.
Oh, he's over on that hill. I shot him and lit his pants on fire, which is a surprise because they were wet at the time.
You want to come with me?
Sure, why not? Let's go take a look.
All right. So I'll walk over there with Wink, and I will use. I have something called Lay on Hands. So I get every long rest, I could restore up to 5 HP. I get like 5. I could allocate it however I want. So I'll just give this guy 1 HP. I'll
Okay.
lay my hands on him and say, his watchful gaze protects us all. And I'll heal him.
Okay. As you lift your hands, you see that your heal seems to have no purchase, as if like it's a lifeless, like it's dead, like he's dead. It did not work.
He did not succeed.
It did
in
not
his,
take. It was not received.
He didn't succeed in his death throes, I guess.
Okay, I was gonna see if there's anything else I could do to see what this guy was, but there isn't. Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look particularly useful. I'm not sure if he could have been any more handy than help you already have, though I would thought he might be able to accomplish a few things amidst our group of traveling companions.
Perhaps, but he also may not have deserved death.
Yes, well, he was working for organization which very much is attributed to the death of many people, but you know, he did seem like he was out of sorts. I just didn't want him to get away, you know. I didn't want him to get away and tell people that we had ruined their plans, and then have an entire group of the Chained coming after us, trying to destroy us or something like.
The lizard folk is going to say, if you are afraid to die, you have already died.
Oof, I like his accent.
Which one said that?
The lizard folk. Archer.
Do you have a good story for us? I love a good story. Would you come and sit with me by the fire and tell me what it is your plan was here? You took a gift from the northern cities, this beautiful and intelligent creature. What was your plan with this thing?
I'm gonna cast guidance on Wink.
Okay. He is going to respond, so I am not your prisoner.
Oh, I don't want a prisoner. Maybe one of my friends wants to take care of you, but I don't have time for that. I like to keep my hands clean. But I do want to understand your story. I mean, I was hired to come and take this back from you. You'd stolen it. You were definitely trying to make your way off with it. But I was hired, and so I did my job. But I'm curious about what your job was. What were you getting paid? What was your opportunity that you saw as being worthy of your time?
This was a contract that pays very well, so I took it.
Very well. What do you mean by very well? Is it something I could maybe dip my hands into?
That you would have to take up with my superiors.
Ah, the one bleeding out. Ah, or do you have others?
He is not my superior.
I
I am, on the contrary.
Very interesting. Are you speaking of superiors within the chain?
Precisely.
All right. And where would I be able to find these superiors of yours?
They are everywhere, south mostly.
Ah, yes. Well, I do take a trip down south now and then. I do tend to travel far and wide when I do have a caravan, which I am currently lacking, but I'm always interested in best way to procreate the most amount of wealth. So if you have information for me, I would enjoy knowing where you're coming from. I give him a little famous little wink, wink.
Wink,
You
wink.
almost heard it, Twinkie.
The halfling's gonna say, I didn't know. Who was the Twinkie?
That's Twinkie.
Who are you pointing at?
Twinkie. The horse.
Oh, okay.
Just
I-
the name.
Yeah, with that, I'm going to try to stand to like my full height, make myself like look really broad, even though I'm kind of a skinnier bugbear, and tell them, you are not our prisoners. But I'm gonna look over to the unicorn and say, but justice cannot be escaped. Our initial plan was to bring you back to the city for their justice, but if you're willing to trust this fine creature with your fates, I think if you're willing to tell us everything you know or we want to know, we may be willing to let you go.
The lizard folk is gonna look at the dragonborn with disdain and say, I thought dragonborns did not take capturers. I will tell you what you will like to know for my freedom.
Wonderful. You said you had superiors. What are their names? Where are they currently located?
Their names, I cannot tell you. Their location varies, but I will tell you their last known location, if that pleases you.
It doesn't please me, but if that's all you're willing to do, that's all you're willing to do.
DM,
Yep.
what do I know about this race? He mentioned that he's not afraid of death, but is there anything they are afraid of that I would know?
Go ahead and roll a nature check for me. To go to my map. Okay, so
That's a 15.
15. You would know that lizard folk and dragonborn specifically, you know, to be very honorable and very like brutal. Like if they say like they do not fear death, death is something they welcome. Think of them like Klingons from Star Trek. They're very like die. And lizard folk are very similar because they're very neutral, like they're all about saving themselves. They do not care about like following laws and stuff like that, but they're very intense like Dragonborn in the same way.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of gauge Olivax's interest in this prisoner to see if how kind of guess how far he's willing to go or have us go to get more information out of him.
I guess Olivax, how are you looking?
You want me to?
Yeah, how's Olivax portraying getting this talking to by the lizard folk and what Thadon is saying?
Olivax is he's used to this kind of like sharp tongue from lizard folk. It's not really phasing him. Olivax has no plans on letting this guy be a prisoner. He doesn't want to be near him. So either he is going to give us information and he's going to leave, or he's not, and I'm going to kill him.
How much? Okay.
That's what you get just from looking at me.
Okay. I don't want the lizard dude to see what's in my kit, but I'm gonna take out my leather bound thieves tools and kit and kind of roll them out. I want him to see that I'm rolling something out, but not see kind of what's in it. And I am going to say, you may not be afraid of death, but I don't have to kill you to make you feel pain. Which doesn't make it much sense at all.
He will respond by saying, a warrior does not complain about physical discomfort.
We'll see.
My superior gave me my orders from Fort Haggle.
Fort what?
Haggle.
Haggle. Haggle?
Yep.
Haggle.
Yeah.
Does that ring a bell to any of us?
Everyone, if you're proficient in history, go ahead and roll.
I don't believe
Which I don't
am.
even know if any of you are. Maybe
I
sure
sure
am.
I'm sure
Religion?
not.
Is it a religious place?
No, it's not.
I got a 22.
But you wouldn't know. What'd you get?
I got a 22.
22. You would know that this is a old castle fort on that's up against the mountains that connects on, and on the other side is Curva Dynasty country. So you know that it's like a way that people cross, but it's like a military outpost, basically. That's what you would know.
Military outpost. All right, I'll tell the group.
Hey, Bo, there's a second one of them alive, right? There's like the
Yeah, the halfling is alive.
Yeah,
the
there's the halfling
halfling.
too.
And does he what's he looking like during all this? Does he,
He
also
looks terrified.
share
He
the
thinks
same
he's
kind of
about to be
confidence?
eaten. He's crying. He thinks he's about to be eaten by the bugbear,
All right.
and he will not take his eyes off of him.
I'm gonna occasionally just keep looking at him and just give him like a big toothy smile. And occasionally like lick my lips as I'm looking at him.
All right. I'm gonna go stand in front of the lizard. I'm gonna walk right in front of him. He's on his knees.
He would have stood up if he once the Don said he's not a prisoner. But he's just holding he's trying to treat his wounds while trying to look at everybody. So he's just holding his shoulder.
I'm gonna pat him down and see what he has on him.
You're
Take away
gonna,
his weapons, his gear.
Okay. So he has a quiver, he has a bow and arrow, he has like a pouch that has gold in it. He has like food, like rations. It's basically all he has on him. He has like 20 gold pieces in there.
I'm gonna get close to Thadon and try to have a private conversation and just let him know. It's an unfortunate situation we find ourselves in where we cannot allow these men to go and tell their superiors about us being involved in this. You see, when you get hired by someone, you take on the face of their organization. And so we are now the people who foiled the plan of the chain. And the chain will come after us and murder us. So, albeit these people are really not that much of a problem for us, they will become a massive problem for us if we allow them to live. I hope you understand my intent. I want to get them to talk as much as possible, get us to understand where they're coming from so that we know more about their organization, but I just want you to know that we can't let them walk away. And then I'll go back to sit by the fire.
Waldo, you doing anything during this time?
After I said, "You almost took Twinkie," I'll be standing there, like with my arms crossed, and then I'll go talk to Twinkie.
That gives me an idea, actually. I'm gonna go talk to the unicorn and ask the unicorn. Hopefully it can respond to me.
Yeah,
if
I'm gonna ask
has
it like
any-
what they did to it, like, did they hurt you? Stuff like that.
and doesn't know any information about why they took the unicorn, what their orders were, where they came from.
I can't understand. It can understand me, but I can't understand what they say.
So the unicorn has telepathy, as you guys have experienced. So it tells you that it was captured by these people, and they did have to hurt it to get it to submit, and it's entangled and broke one of the wheels with vines on their way down, which stalled them for a good while. It was hot during the day in the box, covered. That's it. What it tells you. It's not intelligent enough to know like plans and remember that kind of thing.
But they didn't like whip it or anything.
No, they were not. It tells you they were not. It was not. They were not brutal to it.
All right. I'm gonna walk in front of the lizard, and I'm gonna. Oi, man! Hand me Nutcracker, and he's gonna hand me my warhammer, and I'm gonna like hold it against the guy's cheek. Any reason why you shouldn't die?
Death is an experience best shared.
Oh, that's a good line.
So be it. And I'll just frickin' I will hit him as hard as I can.
Okay.
I want to take his head off.
So you have
Do I need to
him
roll?
kneel.
Do I need
You
a
don't
roll?
need to- you do not. I'll just
Cool.
describe what happens. So he's kneeling. And he's kind of like by himself. He's not like next to this halfling guy. He's like 10, 15 feet away from the carts. In the glow of the fire, you go behind him. He says death is an experience best shared. And you hit him right in the side of the head. And if anyone is watching, his skull just like does a C into itself as he falls over, dead. And blood is soaking your newly just cleaned hammerhead, warhammer.
Then I'm gonna walk right over to the halfling, and I'm gonna hold it right next to his head. Do you have anything more to say?
He's already scared.
I'm gonna stand up behind Olivax and like just have my head like my like horrible grin above his shoulder, be like, "Do you?"
Waldo, Wink, do you guys react in any way to this execution?
I'm just gonna go and hang out by the fire. I'm perfectly accepting of the fact that they need to die.
Okay.
So, but I don't want to be around for the blood splatter. So I'm gonna go and sit down and chat with I forgot his name.
I'll just
as
say to the horsey,
The horsey.
I'll just explain if he doesn't understand how these bad guys work, that more might come back. Don't worry, we save you.
I'm gonna run over and say, no, just let me torture him. Don't just kill him.
I wanted to say, as you're walking basically past this lizard folk, Wink, to go back to the fire, you do notice a chain branded on the back of his neck.
Okay.
And the halfling is screaming.
I can't hear anything that you're saying.
Yeah, I didn't hear a
hear
thing
that.
you said.
That's what you're hearing. Unaudible screaming. Him pleading not to kill him. Please, just like screaming it over and over.
I'm just gonna whisper to Olivax. I'm gonna be like, "This is just for show," and I'm gonna like start like just crawling over him, just like kind of like getting closer, almost like a cat like crawling over like up and over a branch, like get to him. And I would like with my just really long arms begin like reaching for him, and just be like, and like start tilting my head. And just
He's
being
gonna
like,
back up and try to like go under, like try to like scooch back. I don't know if you guys are like surrounding him or what, but yeah, he's just terrified. He's just screaming like inaudibly over and over and over.
If he doesn't give us any information, I get to torture him, okay?
And he's just saying, please, please, please don't kill me.
"Just
This is
tell
not
us
the
what
way
we
you
want.
want it.
Just tell us what we want to know, little friend."
Yeah, he's just screaming, like, because you guys are being creepier and creepier, and he is just not.
I'm gonna break character and be like,
He's
shit.
like he's like going berserk at this
Yeah,
point.
I'm gonna
Like,
break
he's
character.
hyperventilating. He's anxious. He like can't think properly. He's just screaming.
I'm just
All
gonna break-
right.
I'm just gonna break character and sit down next to him and be like, listen, I'm sorry we took that real far. That this usually works. Usually the more scared you get. I don't eat people. Like, ugh, no thanks. We just tell us what we want to know and it'll work out way better for you, man. I promise. My brother over there, who's like getting his tools ready. We've done this before. You don't want to deal with that. I promise. We're not gonna eat you. I'll look to all of X like, I'll keep him away from you. Just tell
Through
us what we
his
want.
tears and snot, he's going to ask, "What do you want to know?"
Everything.
That's a lot. We don't even have time to hear
Everything.
your life story. Just yet,
Okay.
we want to know who hired you, what the contract was.
When I was
Brian, don't ruin this. He's gonna give us a chunk moment where he tells us
Yeah.
everything.
when I was in
In fourth grade, I vomited on.
I stole Mrs. Grendel's feather, and I ruined it, and I never told her. And
That's-
the classmate next to me got expelled.
No wonder you ended up where you have. But the people who hired you, who were they again? Like, what was your guys' whole goal here, kind of thing?
I just followed orders from Lionel.
Lionel, who was Lionel?
He's gonna point to the big dead guy that you looted.
Lionel, he didn't tell you about who hired you guys.
He'll tell you the chain.
The
That's all he
chain.
knows.
Just the
I swear
chain.
that's all I know.
Where were you planning on taking this beast?
Near Drabar.
Near Drebar. Okay. I understand. Now my friend here, I'm gonna point to Olivex again, he doesn't like to take prisoners. However, kind of is the lizard folk still alive?
No,
is
he's
lizard folk- yeah,
Check
his concave skull.
I was pretty
His
sure he
blood
killed
is-
him.
His blood
20
and
feet.
his blood and like chunks of his like
His
rotor.
sinews are hanging from his freaking
Yeah.
axe.
I was
Pieces of
pretty
his
sure
hair
that's
stuck
what
to the weapon.
I was pretty sure that was what happened. I just didn't know
Yeah,
if it
there's
was
hair.
like a
There's
different
no hair.
person or it was
Scales.
that guy. So I'll just be like, okay, well, here's the deal. Promised someone important who hired us to bring in someone else, could potentially get a bonus. It's just business. But it seems like you don't know anything, so they maybe will let you go easy. You know? That's nice. And I promise I'll do my best to make sure you don't get harmed. And I'll make sure you're fed and none of it's poison or anything like that, and you'll get cool water.
He's going to try to like kiss your hands, but it's like full of tears and snot.
Oh no, I'm gonna just like kind of like poke him away from me. Like, no, don't do that.
He'll just go to the ground.
Oh, wonderful. He's still tied up, right? His hands are at least still tied up.
Yeah, he's reaching out.
Excellent. I'm gonna turn to everyone and just be like, so kind of take him a little ways so we can kind of like whisper together. Maybe tie him to like, maybe tie his legs together, make sure he can't get away. Tie him to the cart, whatever, so he's not.
Yeah,
getting
time to the
away.
wheel of the cart for sure.
And to pull everyone inside and start like chat with everybody. I have a plan, and I don't like it because it's outside of the bounds of our contract. What if we try to pretend to be some of these guys and take their place to figure out who was involved?
That's gonna be a tough sell.
I know. It is one of the more difficult jobs if we do take it, would have attempted.
What's
Like
the
I'm
goal?
sure they would have mentioned a dragonborn, a firebolg, and whatever else we are.
Well, I can be stealthy. Because could say we were new hires. I mean, I am a mercenary. I have done jobs for people before. It's not out of bounds for me or my brother to kind of be involved with this. I don't know if can anyone do anything like illusionary with magic to make us look like other stuff.
I can change myself. I can look like somebody else.
Okay.
I can disguise myself.
Okay.
I can disguise myself as well.
Excellent. See, so we have some people that can disguise. You and me can hide in the cart. And Ivan can all hide in the cart while they do the kind of the talking. It's just an option. We don't have to. That again, it's not the bounds of our contract. I just feel like there's a potential big bonus if we get to the bottom of this.
Does this guy
Or-
know where they were going?
Yeah,
Uh,
the four
Yeah,
haggle.
he said near Dre Bar. And
They're going to Dre Bar.
yeah, and we can always talk more about what he knows about the person. It is risky. I don't like how little we know about this. I wanted to save the guy you first killed, Olivax. Really, don't appreciate that. But
We're better off without him.
that's very debatable.
No.
Well,
But,
I like the
what do you guys
idea. I do like the idea because I'm always for gaining a good chunk of money. I think we should make sure we clean up this contract first. We take the unicorn back home. We're not far anyway. We finish this off. We get paid. Depending on what the wizard has for us next, it's possible we'll find ourselves some free time to go on a journey, and we could look into taking a horse, disguising the horse as a unicorn. I mean, that's getting pretty deep and messy, but
well, we have horses with us now. Waldo, I think,
Yes.
could maybe turn into a horse. If my understanding of what your powers are potentially.
mhm.
I wish.
I'm with Wink on this one. Let's
Right.
finish the job. Plus, we're not going to be able to hide this prisoner in the cot.
Oh, we
He's a
wouldn't
wild
hide.
card.
We wouldn't be hiding them in there. I wouldn't worry about that.
We can turn him back in for a reward, though. Let's go do that.
Okay. What if this is a potential loss of a lead? Like little one. I'm gonna walk over to the little guy and be like, hey, I'm gonna give Mike a little cup of water. Like, hey, you're probably thirsty. Probably a little thirsty from all the crying and stuff. When were they expecting you? The people you're gonna meet up with. Do you know when like they were expecting you? Like what your guys' ETA for them kind of was?
5 days. The
5.
the lizard folk was our scout.
Those are focus your scout. They're expecting you in 5 days. How long would it take? Not talking to him. How long would it take for us to get back if we like sprinted?
Well, if you didn't rest, you guys have traveled 1 day. You guys have traveled 30 miles.
Yeah. If we didn't rest,
If you didn't rest, it
Yeah.
would take you 2 days, 1 to go, then 1 to come back.
and then how long would it take us to get from here to Dre Bar?
Oof. If you're full out sprinting,
Potentially.
I think it's like a week. I want to say 7 days.
7 days.
Maybe more, depending. But he did say it was near Dre Bar, that it wasn't.
Yeah, he did
in
say it was
Dre Bar.
near Dre Bar.
So
I don't like it.
Just a big lead. Maybe. Okay. No, I'm fine with this for sure money. Like I said, it was just an option. Maybe if we told the wizard man, I don't trust that guy. But maybe if we told the wizard man, he'll give us some kind of means of faster travel or something.
5 days. Yeah, 5 days from where you're at to Dre Bar.
On horseback, would we be able to
Yeah,
cut that
on
down a
horse-
little bit?
No, on horseback, it's 5 days. It's 5
Okay,
hexes.
Yeah, I think if you're committed to the idea, we could split the party and take a few back to deliver the unicorn, and then take some quick steeds to join up down the road. But
I really don't feel confident, nor do I trust any of you quite enough to be separated and not get there in time. Because if things go bad, it doesn't matter if you're 2 days away. We're pretty dead.
Let's
that's
just
what I like
bring,
about you, Thadon. You understand the ways of the world.
let's
You're
bring this
not-
guy back. Maybe he'll give us a bonus and figure it out from there.
All right.
Yeah,
sounds good
yeah.
to me.
So the question is, do we travel through the night and get there in the morning, or should we take a rest here?
It's pouring
I
rain, just so you
think-
guys remember.
I think speed would be of the most essence in case they do want us to take care of this for an even bigger bonus or even bigger payout. I think time would be of the essence, and if you're willing, I'm willing to push this and travel throughout the night, even in the rain.
Yes, it will be miserable either way, so might as well make it a miserable trip back.
Got Twinkie, it won't be so bad.
I don't think he's gonna stay with us. Are you, Sir Twinkie?
Well,
Sir-
we're gonna make
Sir-
sure he's
Sir-
safe.
Sir Twinkles? I do not know how to address you if you have a title.
I
So
thought the
here-
wizard said he was gonna make his way back by himself.
You hear in your minds that Waldo said that you guys would protect him.
Oh, he wants us to protect him. Okay. Would you be feel okay going back into the cart as we travel? There will be no chains. The door will be open if you ever wish to leave or feel rested. But we plan on making our way back to where we came from with all haste.
Or you can pull the cart while I sleep in it.
It tells you that it would like to rest,
Excellent. Is there room for it to
like
rest?
not
on the
in the cart, like outside the cart. No more cart. It does not like the cart.
Fuck. How do people feel about maybe one or two rushing ahead to speak with the king or the wizard man?
I'm fine with that. I got a little short rest on our way down. I'm not terribly tired just yet.
Everyone else? Anyone else object to this?
No?
I will stay with the group. I have Ivan.
Yes.
He's
And Ivan has
baggage.
Ivan has
is
you.
baggage.
Hey, he's helping carry our supplies. He's definitely doing an important job. Brother, would you like to accompany me then, or stay with the group? Make sure everything's going okay. That they don't need any help.
I look around the trees and see a lack of pockets to pick, and I say, yeah, I'd like to go.
What are you guys doing with the bodies?
Burn them.
It is
I
raining.
love to burn things.
Oh,
Let's
I
let's
learn
light
more
the
about you every day.
Let's light the whole wagon on fire and put their bodies within. The inside of the wagon should be dry enough to light.
Good. Waldo could put him in a place where he knows scavenger animals could just eat him up.
Okay.
Yes,
Call
re-
them the
reduce,
Reduce,
Nothing, so
reuse,
they
recycle.
don't just go to waste.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody said to rape him earlier. Let's not do that.
I thought that was you.
No, that's it came from the forest. I don't know.
Okay, so what are we doing with the bodies? Is the question I have for the
Well,
group.
Since
Waldo
me and
said
my
he's gonna find a nice happy spot for them so animals can
Okay.
eat them.
Hold on. Let's if we remove the heads, maybe the wizard can talk to him.
I mean, the lizard guy has his head pretty much ripped off.
The halfling is going to scream at that notion.
Yes, yes. That's great. That sounds disgusting. Brother, would you begin getting a horse ready for us and take the little one with you? Make sure he's comfortable and everything.
Sure.
Excellent, excellent. Once the little guy's distracted, I'm gonna look to Olivex or whoever said that about the head. Like, that's actually a really good idea. Olivex, cut off the leader's head in the armor. I'll carry it in a bag. This is not like the little guy. We don't need to spook him more.
Sure, I guess I'll be the guy that takes everyone's head off.
You don't need to take off his head.
You can have Ivan do it.
Yeah, this could be a good
Ivan!
manning up.
Ivan, I've got a job for you.
Actually, hold on. Ivan, how good are you at holding a sword, at swinging a sword?
I give the orders to Ivan.
I'm not ordering him to. I just want to know, because if we cut off his job, you're really hard for the head to talk.
Well, we're about to find out how good he is.
Oh no.
I do need to borrow a dagger.
I'll give him my dagger and I'll cast guidance on him. Hopefully,
I just want to make this clear. You're giving him a dagger to cut someone's head off.
he needs a lot
Yes.
of practice.
It's time he gets his hands dirty.
It's that'd be
disgusting.
really hard work. Daggers are definitely not.
Don't want to give him the
Yes.
great sword.
Give
Give
him
him a
an
dagger.
X-Acto knife.
I don't have a great. I only have a. I have a warhammer. That's not really like
Yeah.
The
I have
dwarf
a
has a great.
rapier. I
The
have
dwarf has a
rapier.
great sword.
Oh, do any of them have any good weapons?
Yeah, you saw a great axe and a great sword. The dwarf has a great sword that's like as tall as him, and then the big guy had a big great axe.
All
You
right,
want a dagger or an
Axe would be better.
I have a stone
Ivan's-
dagger.
Give the man a
Guys.
chance. Give him a choice.
Everyone
Take it
stop
back.
talking. Ivan can barely hold my weapon. We're not giving him a great axe. He's not going to be able to swing it properly. Let's give him a dagger. You can aim just fine with a dagger. It just might take a little bit longer. Ivan, it's time to get your hands dirty.
I'm gonna look to Ivan with sorrowful eyes and be like, I'll keep distracting the little guy and just walk away.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Well,
cast
Ivan.
guidance on Ivan as I gave him my dagger.
You can do this, Ivan.
Poor guy.
Time to prove yourself.
Okay, Ivan is going to go over to the lizard folk and cut and start sawing with the dagger, and he's going to throw up on the ground next to him.
Not the lizard folk. The guy in the armor.
Okay, the big dude.
Lionel.
Lionel. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna throw up like after he gets halfway through. He's then going to stop and come over to Olivax and say, Master, I can't cut through the spine.
I give him a hammer. I give him. I have a
Hammer.
You give him a hammer?
Just a,
I have
It's
stone
a bit.
mason. I have masonry tools, so like a chisel and a hammer.
the
Oh
blood's
my
just
God.
spattering all over him.
The spinal cord is gushing out whatever juices are in there.
With
He,
all
like,
of that.
puts it-
Ivan, hurry up!
He like puts both feet on the shoulders,
like
and
a chisel.
he pulls up and he pulls the head off of the spine
Wow.
as
Ivan.
like the guts hang out from his head, and he pukes again. And he's dry heaving.
I'll walk over and I'll take the head from him and I'll put my hand on his back and I'll give him a couple pats.
And he's dry heaving.
It's well done, Ivan. Here,
And I'll give him
here's some more cold water. You've earned it.
It's raining. Here's some cold water. It's literally everywhere.
what do you
As
mean?
I've-
It's raining. He's not just like sticking his mouth up in the air.
Like, just pull out like his soup bowl and just catch something. You're like, no. Here's
Ivan
You know
mine.
how
thinks-
long it would take to catch rain in a soup bowl?
Not very long.
I'm doing him a favor. All
It
right.
sounds like
I'm,
that's something Olivax would say. But there's plenty of rain. I don't need to give you my water.
I'm doing something nice for him.
Indeed.
You've earned it, Ivan. Thank
Ivan
you.
is going to bow and say his thanks. And is that all, master?
Yes, Ivan.
And then
Just-
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll like squeeze it like a nice like attaboy.
I'm gonna go lay down.
Against the darkness we shall prevail. Good going, Ivan. Get some rest.
And then I have the head.
All right, who's holding this?
I'll take it and be like, don't show it to the little guy. I'll double wrap it in like a sack to hopefully like I'll try to like stuff the bottom with like mud to like absorb a lot of the blood, so it's not gonna like bleed through.
Yeah, easy to do as it's raining. You can
yeah.
just get some off of the dusty now muddy road.
Yeah, and then look to my brother. We'll probably get on the horse and begin galloping. Maybe not galloping, but just at least start heading back until it's daylight, following the road.
So you're
I
taking
will-
the halfling with you?
Yeah, he's tiny.
So we're
And,
taking 2 horses, right?
You would
I
have
think-
to take 2 horses. You wouldn't
What-
all fit on one.
I
Okay.
guess I'm too big.
So we leave. We only had 3.
You had 2 horses and a horse that's pulling
A cart,
like a long chariot.
which we would leave in the chariot, obviously. And they had, was theirs just a hand cart? Were they just pulling the cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were gonna get there in 5 days.
I never said how long. I never said when they were going to get there. I only said that they were told 5 days.
Yeah.
Is when
I'm gonna take my dagger back. Obviously, I'm not gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna tell was he a halfling? Is that what he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him as we make our way back that if he does anything sketchy on the way back, then I'm gonna kill him.
And I'm gonna look to the halfling and be like, believe it or not, I'm the nice one.
We just ruined his life.
just casually just dropping that.
Yeah,
He
he's
does
he's like exhausted from sobbing and screaming and crying. So he just is quiet and
He's just in shock.
yeah. He goes with you guys. Okay, so the rest of you are camping out for the night, and the 2 of you are riding ahead through the night. Is that correct?
Yep, not sleeping.
Okay. So we will start with
So
You-
wait, who's going? Who's
just the
who's leaving
brothers.
again? The brothers and
The
Wink,
half-
right?
TNT and the halfling.
Yeah, TNT and the prisoner.
I thought Wink said he was going too.
I thought he said he was staying with you guys.
You coming?
I
Yeah,
thought when you brought it up,
come or staying, Wink.
That's fine.
I thought he was interested with maybe going
Let him
to-
say it. Let him say
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Originally, I had planned on going with you, but if
Oh,
there are not enough horses, I'm not against staying here for the night. I planned on camping out. I have the preparations necessary to camp on the road.
if me and
Okay.
you go on a horse, then
I think it'd be better with you and him on the horse because I'm a long man.
Yeah, but-
Bugbear.
the halfling could be with you, right?
Yeah, halfling can stay with me and you two can be on the other horse.
Yeah.
do it.
So are you going or are you staying? Mr.
Let's
Wink.
do it. I'm
Okay.
a short man. I'm like
Perfect.
5'3".
Huzzah! As I high five Wink.
Okay, so you guys head off in the rain. So that leaves everyone who cannot see in the dark.
Yep.
There. Okay,
Yep.
that works perfect. That makes the most sense. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It also makes sense to send the shadiest people of our group to go handle
Literally the
refund.
shadiest people to go talk to the wizard.
okay, so you guys ride through the night and you get to Alloy about 11 a.m. the next day.
It's almost noon.
Yeah, almost noon. And you return the horses, I'm assuming, and you
Yep.
make your way to Droll. And are you leaving the halfling tied up? Or how are you?
Yeah, I'm keeping his arms bound and then like kind of like a leash wrapped around like my arm. But yeah, he's gonna stay bound like the whole time.
Okay, the guards will ask why this man is tied up.
I'll flash the letter that the Droll gave us and just be like, urgent business from Droll. We are heading to
Okay.
him right now. If you wish to escort us, by all means.
Okay, they will escort you as they're reading the letter. Then you guys go up in his tower, and you find Droll there.
Droll! Old friend, we brought you a present.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes, we happy to tell you we've accomplished our mission. We're not all together because time is of the essence. We have got a potential lead that time may run out for. We rode all through the night in the rain to get here. No extra charge unless you wish to, tip us for the extra work. But we found out. I'll like hold the halfling like on his rope. And just let him go. Like, this was one of the people involved in the capturing of that. Something about the chain is involved, and they're supposed to deliver it somewhere near Drabar. And if you know someone who can cast Speak with Dead, I'm gonna hold a bag and shake it. I have their leader. But yes, time is of the essence, and we are.
Wow, I am flabbergasted. So did you retrieve? Okay, so where is Gladtiri?
He is being brought here with the rest of the group. They wanted to. It wanted to rest, and not wanting to rush something that was obviously important and injured. We decided to take the lead in case you had a method or means of wanting to try to investigate and use. I hold up both of them, both the bag with the head and the little halfling. You wanted to use one of them to figure out where you needed to go. We figured if you want to get to the bottom of this, fast sooner rather than later was the right choice. But they are on the
whole time
right
I'm in the background just supporting his speech, just pointing at the dead head, like trying to make him look cool.
We're like Miguel and Tulio.
Go ahead and make a what kind of check should I do? Whatever. Let's do performance check with advantage.
Okay.
And we'll have the Don make it since he's the one talking.
All right. Performance not as good as I would like. It's only +2. Can you guys? I guess.
Totally see it.
That was actually pretty good. I rolled an 8 and a 15, so 17 total.
Okay. So he looks like very impressed. Although he looks like he has a grin, but he looks like a very stoic person, someone that wouldn't show like a lot of. Maybe said, "Okay, I'm very impressed. I'm glad I gave this task to you all."
I told you we were champions. That's how we were introduced as champions, and we have.
But
we live up
there
to that,
is well once he's returned, you'll get the fullness of your rewards. But we do have quite a problem. And he's going to hold up the letter that was given to Alloyd Barnes. And he is going to say, I am quite upset about this when Alloyd Barnes comes banging on my door, telling him that I ordered this when I clearly did not. And unfortunately for you, there's a very fine line I must walk as a newly appointed city wizard with the citizens of this great city of Alloy. And unfortunately, you have sullied my name, which is
well,
going to take
actually, if you read that, there was no actual order listed in there for this. I may have insinuated. And they insinuated it, but there's no actual order there. And I told them I would speak with you, that it would all be solved beforehand. I was potentially going to use some of the money you paid us to pay them off, as a advanced loan kind of thing.
Okay.
I do apologize that they took things out of context. I need to do better at explaining things. I did forge the letter. I want to be upfront. I did forge the letter. But
that is obvious. But
yes, I was doing my best to not implicate you.
I guess what I am insinuating is half of your prize gold is now gone for this sort of act.
What?
I do applaud you for the cleverness of doing that, but in the future, your quest is your own.
I do have a question for you, my good sir. I understand that you must make an example of us. Under completely.
This is not an example. This is purely punitive, and
What does that word mean?
punitive?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a punishment. This is your punishment. When you abuse the little power that I have given as someone who's wanting to work with you potentially in the future, this is not a good way to start. But I do like the innovation, which is why you're not getting all of it, as well as the swiftness and seriousness of which you've seemed to take this is something that I do honor. So don't let this be something that needs to be a wedge in our relationship, but think of it as building character between our relationship. Let's put it that way.
I want to make an insight check before I say anything I'm about to say to see what kind of vibe I'm getting from him. Like potentially how far could I push him?
Go for it.
Is my attempt for
Okay.
this. Trit, I'm really just shaking your head.
I
That's
told
only
you.
10 total. 10 total.
10. This guy seems very serious, and you do not know where you stand, honestly, other than what he's telling you.
Okay. I'm gonna look to my brother and look to him and be like, my good Sir Droll, I understand the need for punishment. I do. And I'm sorry that your name was dragged through this. I have another offer. I have another offer. My brother here is quite gifted in the arcane arts and has spoken with a friend of yours about potentially helping out with his inventions and other things he's working
Which
on.
friend is that? Are you referring to Frog?
Yes.
Oh,
I spelt it frog. That's not his name.
Frog works for me. We have he's not a quote unquote friend, although he is a friend. But he's yes.
And he's already exemplified his skills to him, and he is quite interested in his handiwork. What if instead of docking our pay, I have two suggestions. One, we could further prove ourselves by potentially following up on this lead that we've found for you and risked so much for. Or my brother could work a little bit pro bono for this important research, which he seems to be quite near a breakthrough for. So instead of paying us for that, that could be a potential pro bono work. Or I could even speak to this person and try to, if you trust me, which I understand if you don't, to try to smooth things out, to explain to them how I will take full responsibility, how I manipulated them, and that you were not involved at all. And it will be my name slandered and not yours. Potentially their pride will be hurt that I have tricked them, if that is something you are willing to entertain.
And surely this prisoner is worth something.
We'll see what this prisoner is worth, but unfortunately the 100 gold is forfeit. I mean, let's be honest, 200 gold pieces is like a year's worth of work. So having 100 is still quite a reward for
I'm gonna say I understand. I'm gonna look to
a
my
day's
brother,
worth of work.
I'll say I understand. Look to my brother like,
Also,
yeah.
Frog's music box, he's been trying to make that for a decade at this point, and it's really just a passion project of his. It's not something that I have
Gotcha.
contracted out.
I understand a new innovative technology could bring a whole new business to your land, not wanting to be involved with that and letting it just go by the wayside, maybe letting the technology go to someone else and you miss out on all those profits and innovation. No, I understand why you wouldn't want to be a part of that. I get it.
I do not get involved with the guilds on that kind of level. I am more administrative and
which is why
relationships with other places, but I do like your mind for trade. That is very great. But
Now remind me, the reward was 200 gold per person. Right?
correct.
So
Yeah.
he's taking away 700 gold.
He's taking away 100 per person. That is correct.
That's way more than these horses are worth. I'm gonna tell this guy
No,
that's an insane amount of money. We only took 3 horses. How much is 1 horse worth?
Borrowed.
Like
Two
My
of them have already been
reputation,
returned.
my reputation is worth any amount of gold that I could pay.
But I
you.
thought you weren't involved in any of this. So what is your reputation worth if you're not involved in any of this? If you were willing, does it not increase your
That is,
reputation? If
unfortunately,
you are
that is none of
willing-
your concern to know what my business is with alloy bonds and how they affect my position.
If we
Maybe,
could
maybe down the road.
if we could smooth this over.
I'm not willing
I
to-
hope, and I would hope that you do smooth this over. But again, the punitive action remains, and I think that it's fair. And I am the quest giver, so I have the final say. I am the judge in this
you are
scenario.
you are the quest giver, but unfortunately the goods haven't been returned yet, have they? It'd be a shame if they didn't make it back.
Dear sir, dear sir,
Indeed it would.
before we do something or say
What
something.
would that do to your reputation then? If people found out
He doesn't mean it.
that
It's
people
been
you
a
hired
long
not only
ride.
stole horses in your name, but also
Ah.
that they
He's gonna
deliberately
cast
betrayed
the
you.
silent. He's gonna cast a spell, and it's gonna go silent on your character. He's gonna cast a silent spell around you.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
I need to learn that.
Keep mouthing it.
I'm gonna look around, like not really know what's going on, like take a step. Like,
What does Wink
open my
say?
mouth, doesn't do anything.
His name is Droll, right?
Yep.
No.
All right. So Droll. Frankly, I'm disgusted in the way that you comport yourself.
Oh,
You hired us.
Oh no! I can't hear
You
any of this
hired
because
us.
it's gone silent.
My head just falls onto the table like thunk. Just stays there.
I had every reason to believe you an honorable man. You hired us to conduct this mission for you, and we took it upon ourselves with the greatest and utmost care and haste. In order for us to catch them before they got too far, we took it upon ourselves to acquire equestrian aid. Because it wasn't something you offered, of course, my companions made a deal. It was all based upon our need for money because we didn't have any. And since you didn't offer equestrian aid, we took it upon ourselves to gain it, knowing that once we were paid by your funds, we would be able to pay for the horses. And so we did put it upon your name. However, for you to take our deal, and now once we are at the end and we've completed our side, you are to cut our payments in half for all of us. That is not how I run a business, and I'm disgusted in the way that you run yours.
I am wounded that you think that. Unfortunately, a punitive action must happen, and I deem that that is a fair punishment. If you think that 100 gold pieces per person is enough to make our relationship not as cordial as I would like it to be, I mean, I do have a magic item I was going to give you, but if that is something that you would like the gold instead, I'd be happy to exchange out the gold. I personally think that the item value is much higher than 500 gold pieces, but I just want to let you know where I'm coming from. My reputation is all I have as a new wizard in a very unstable place, which you do not know about, which you will never hear about because it is all hush hush. And I am the only one that fronts those attacks. That's all I would like to say about it.
Very well.
The alloy bonds has a lot more weight with the public than you might believe.
I see. All right. Well, if you have another way of paying us, which would allow us to heal our broken trust with you and your ability to uphold your deals you make, then I do believe we will be able to continue our relationship. I just don't want you to be able to, frankly, completely go back on your word at the last moment when we have accomplished our job with the. Honestly, we
I have
compose
not gone back on my
ourselves.
word. You will all still get 100 gold pieces if it's brought back, as well as I would love to give you the magic item and maybe talk further business to bring further reputation to you guys. It's just my reputation was solid, and that was not discussed. Equestrian travel was not discussed. If you guys need things, it would be best if you talked to your patron and not just do things on your own wit.
Well, we are good at that. We are good at making do with what we have. But I understand your predicament, although I do not like it. I understand that you feel a need.
I also
to
did not
punish.
like doing it either. I would have loved for you to just come back and say, hey, is there anything you can do for travel? You know, I can lend an arm, maybe deduct some of it from what you are going to get and go from there. But all actions have consequences. Greatly, you are able to come back faster, which is, frankly, I'm very impressed. But
Well,
With the prisoner.
that's all we hoped for.
with the prisoner,
And
which
ahead.
depending on what I get out of this, there might be, like I mentioned, a bonus, which might help bridge the gap of disappointment.
What were the names of this organization that the one we got the horses from? What's the name of that again?
Alloy Barnes.
Alloy Bonds.
And we
That's the
talked to
name of the-
Harmony. That was the chick.
No, I
Harmony
know,
wa-
I know.
Harmony was not from there.
This wizard, unfortunately for him, just made an enemy who is going to dedicate much of his free time to dismantling everything he's worked for because he doesn't listen to reason. But that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I had their name right.
Oh, sure.
Armada Dankworth was who we talked to.
You all seem very maybe tired and stressed from your travel. If you would like, I do have accommodations if you'd like to stay here. It might be nicer than what you find in any inns. And wait for the people to arrive. That is up to you.
Yes. Please.
All right. He
We will
will
take you up on that. Thank you.
He'll grab a
Droll.
horn and blow it. When you guys hear nothing, it seems silent, but he's blowing it, and Frog comes in, and he ushers you up more because you're only on the second or third level, to like a chamber that's empty, and there's 6 beds in here, and welcomes you to stay. If you need to leave for any reason, the privy is downstairs at the bottom, and he'll leave a horn in there for you to blow if you need like him to come attend like food or anything.
I will. I didn't hear any of this.
Well, he would have dropped it. He would have dropped it after Wink talked to him,
Gotcha.
and so you would have heard if he gets anything out. The bonus is still on the table. He wants to try to bridge this gap of disappointments, and yeah.
I wouldn't worry about the bridge. It's things have a way of working themselves out. I understand why you did what you did, and I hope you give us the same courtesy. Wink. At least I can't speak for my brother, but I do not feel comfortable currently. Wounds, you could say, too fresh. Staying in here. I do appreciate the offer. I will find my own accommodations.
Yes, I do believe we are all very tired tonight. we did our best to accomplish this task as speedily as possible in every way possible. But yes, I think in the morning we'll feel better. We'll have our friends here and we can sort out the details of bridging the gap, as you say, helping us come to a comfortable agreement with our new relationship.
That warms my heart. So, Tink, are you staying? It sounds like Wink is staying, but Thadon is
I'm
not.
gonna kind of talk to my brother and say, we really should stay here. One, it's free, and two, we can scout it out. Maybe we can recoup some of that losses.
It'll be free where I am staying as well. But apparently this fool wizard doesn't understand the law of the land about not biting the arm that feeds you, so to speak. He has made a foolish decision and showed his hand more so than I think he thinks he does. Do not worry. I will rush into nothing quickly without, of course, consulting you, my brother. But I will begin the chase.
Where are you staying? Should I go with you? Should I stay here and scout it out?
Please just come to my home.
Yes,
you can stay at my place.
Stay with him. Learn all that you can about
Okay,
him.
so
I
no
do
one is
not
staying.
Trust that
No
guy.
one is staying here. Is that what I'm understanding?
I'm staying.
Yes.
Tink is staying. Wink
We're all
is
staying in
staying.
different places.
Dink and Wink are both staying, it sounds like.
Yeah. I'll just stay. I'm exhausted, so
Okay.
I will stay. Yeah.
Roller coaster of places here. Okay,
Yeah.
so where before I go back to the other group, where are you going exactly?
I am going to just begin going to bars and taverns, using a few of the gold I've gotten off the person to buy people drinks, and just look for people who I can just butter up to tell me everything they can about Alloy Barnes, their influence over the city, and their relation to both the person who's in charge, like always, like the people who are in charge, and then the current guy, and just talk to them. I'm trying to move in here, trying to like find work, and I've heard Alloy Barnes is like good people to work for. They have a lot of influence, and try to frame it that way as I begin this interrogations kind of thing.
Make 2 persuasion checks, both with disadvantage because you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Checks out. All right. Blacks will be blacks, whites will be whites. What's the? Sorry, you said persuasion?
Yep.
All right, persuasion. 1 is a 10 and 1 is a 7.
Okay, so what you would learn about, you don't learn too much about Alloy Barnes other than like a lot of people cycle through there as far as like who works there. You do learn a little bit more about Droll's position and that it's an elected position. And the person is elected once every 10 years. And the last wizard was killed, and Droll is the one who's replaced him. And he has been in his post for about 3 years. And that there is a lot of distrust because the last wizard was there for so long that they do not believe that this guy has what it takes, as well as that he's not a native to this country. So they believe that he might betray them for some reason at any point. That's what you learn about like the kind of the political landscape surrounding him.
Do have one question. The guy that was in charge before him killed, was that like under mysterious circumstances, assassination, like, or is it just accident? Like what is the
He died in the battle against Ragnar in the south.
Gotcha. So he died in battle.
Yeah, died in battle.
Okay.
Burn and die.
So now we'll go back to the other group. Yeah, we'll go back to the other group. And so I'm assuming you guys are just camping out the night and then just heading out first thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
seems reasonable.
So you guys head out in the morning. You guys will probably get to Alloy like around sundown, as it takes like a whole day basically. And it's raining basically most of the day. And what we're going to end with is around like 4 p.m. So probably around the time that Wink and Tink are waking up. I don't know if I'm assuming you're not going to sleep the dawn at any point.
I would that night, but yeah,
Okay.
probably around like 8 was probably when I would go to sleep. But the rest of that time was me.
Bo,
talking to
before I
people.
go to,
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna try to wake up really early.
So you guys are
And
going to sleep during the day, basically.
yeah,
Because yeah.
okay,
You traveled all night to get there. You got there at like 11.
okay.
Yeah. So it's like midday the next day.
When I wake
Dawn's
up,
just pulling an all-nighter. You guys are going to sleep around noon.
okay, so I'm gonna wake up around, I
Like
don't know,
yeah,
midnight.
8
Let's
or
say I
8.
sleep in. I want to cast invisibility on myself and I want to scout the tower.
Okay. Before we do that, what's going to happen is around like 4 p.m. there's going to be horns everywhere that all start blowing at the same time, and it's going to be super loud. Like imagine like sirens for like a tornado. It's like that, but horns, and you hear screaming and from outside the walls, and people are yelling. Someone's attacking or being attacked, and that is where we're going to end with an attack upon Alloy. The group is not back yet. You guys are not there. Just Tink and Wink would be woken up, as well as Theron, wherever he is, maybe at the Jolly Dragon or something.
Do we get a full night's rest or no?
You would not get a full night's rest.
I'm gonna tear down this wizard's world. I am going to end this man's career.